Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to my channel. I am Coach Sherry, and as you can see from the title of this video, what happened to the choir robes? That will be the topic for this video. I was driving along listening to my gospel playlist, listening to old school gospel. I'm talking about James Cleveland, Shirley Caesar, Mahalia Jackson, Clark Sisters. I was just listening and really enjoying the memories that all of the songs in the soulful way that they sang those gospel hymns, the memories they were bringing back to me. And I started thinking about the choir robes. Remember back in the day, the choir used to wear a robe, and it just gave them a really unified, uniformed look. And I remember choirs getting measured. Oh, we're getting new robes. Our choir anniversary's coming up. Having that robe was very special. And if you joined the choir, I don't know if it was a mid-season. I don't think choirs have a season, but if you joined at any time and they didn't have a robe for you at that moment, they would just have you wear like a blouse and a pair of dark slacks or a skirt. But they soon found you a choir robe so that you can look like everyone else. And that choir robe was a special thing for the choir members. It brought back so many memories. I sang in a choir for a little while. I wasn't a great singer, so that was not my ministry. But my mother was a singer. She had a voice like a Mahalia Jackson, so powerful. She was one of those singers that when she was standing up to walk to the microphone for her solo, the choir knew they were going to be in, well, not just the choir, but the church knew they were going to be in for a treat, and everyone would immediately start shouting, yelling, clapping, standing up, because they knew when Jessie was going to that microphone, it was going to be special. But I miss those days when we had the choirs and the choir anniversary. The choir anniversary would take place in the evening after a Sunday service, and the choirs, the local choirs would be invited in, and they would come with their robes, and it would just be a sea of a variety of robes. And if you went to a large church like I grew up in, there were many choirs. We had the young adult choir, the inspirational choir, children's choir, gospel choir, just so many different types of choirs. And I really miss that. Listen, if you still are at a church where they have choir robes and are wearing them, please leave a comment and let me know. But then remember, they went into not the choir robe, but then they said, okay, you can wear a particular color. But you know what? It's never uniformed. It's all different types of things. Somebody might have on a blouse, a blazer, a pair of pants, a sweater. It's just not as uniformed, and as just, it doesn't have that same effect, I don't think, that's me personally, as the choirs did with the robe. Having that robe on makes things less distracting. Just like when ministers and pastors used to wear robes, you didn't see that they had on the most stylish tie and suit or jeans. Now some ministers will have jeans on and sweatsuits and sneakers. No, they have their robe on, so you would just fully concentrate on the sermon. And that's how I felt with the robe. When they wear the robe, you are listening and focused on the message of that song. And I remember with the choirs, especially with them marching in, I was thinking about that too. You don't see choirs marching in anymore. They are just walking in on the side before service starts, sometimes even during service, just slipping in and getting in the choir stand. And, you see them fiddling around with their purses. I remember you couldn't bring your purse into the choir stand because it would be a distraction. But I just miss that too, the marching in. And that's something they would rehearse. Okay, you're going to march in this way. And even swaying, the way they would sway in the choir stand, that was also practiced. But do you remember when they used to march and they would sing as they were coming down? And that was just letting you know, like, we are here to worship. And it would just really get everyone started. Now, many churches have maybe 4 to 5 singers as the praise and worship team, and they stand down low but beneath the pew to sing and to start off the service. But To me, it's nothing like having that choir march down the aisle, and you always look for the person that's in that choir. Sometimes you would look for that person because this is that Sunday for their choir, and they're probably going to sing a solo, and you're excited about it. Whatever the case may be. But I just wanted to stop by here and share that nostalgic memory with you and see if you are thinking about the same thing too. If your church still wears choir robes, leave a comment down. If you are in the Charlotte area and if you go to an old school church that have choir robes, they still march down the aisle before service, let me know the name of that church because I want to visit. That's all I have for you today. I hope you are having a great day and take care. Stay safe until we speak again. I am Coach Sherry.